Okay, Screaming Viking here. I've got Roman Sludnov again, and I caught him here before he's leaving town. He's moving away. I guess you're going to Florida to train?
Yeah.
Okay, and I wanted to catch him one more time before I lost access to him. Partly because in the first time I interviewed him, he said something about being surprised at how many guys were under a minute in Beijing, and thinking that getting under a minute would be medal range, and he ended up 6. But also said that it was up in the air whether or not he was going to train for the next Olympic Games. And so really, Roman, first I've got to ask you, I didn't ask you before, I kind of wanted to avoid suits before, but in Beijing, what were you wearing?
I was wearing blue 70 suit.
The blue 70, yeah. Like the Nero that everyone had been wearing now? And yeah, obviously a lot of the heat was wearing blue 70 or the laser. Now, even since the Olympics, there have been a lot more guys under a minute. A lot of them wearing the jackets and the X-Glides, arena X-Glides. Now, when you had told me before that you were surprised by how many were under a minute, obviously there were a lot of things that were surprising at the Beijing Games. With the suits gone now, where do you think the chips are going to fall as far as world-class breaststroke? I mean, how many of these guys are still going to be in that range? How many of them did the suit help just a lot more than others?
Well, I think for sure we will see much less world records in breaststroke too. And I think that a lot of names will disappear from the world ranking, like from top 10, because many people benefited a lot from suits, let's say the guys who had a lot of muscle. But in general, I think that we will see the same names. Actually, for me personally, right now, the strongest breaststrokers are still Kitajima, Hansen, and Gross. And even if they don't have any world records right now, I still think that they are fastest. And well, the only reason I think that we will see much less world records, that's it.
So you're feeling like the guys who have shown up since the suits debuted, a lot of them will fall off. In your mind, the guys who swam before the suits are still the top dogs, and everyone else kind of has to prove themselves now. And there are a lot of new names, and obviously the suits are a part of that. Now, with the World Championships, there were a big group of guys getting down in that range, and even some 58s we hadn't seen before with the jackets and the X-Glides. Now, having worn a blue 70 and raced at the world level, do you think that those suits really played a bigger part? Have you ever worn any of them? Are they that much more of an advantage?
No, I did not wear any of them, and I'm very glad that I did not use any of them, because I will continue to swim because of my ability to swim, because of my ability to float. And I think it's good that I did not feel this kind of speed in the suit, and I did not swim 58 in the suit, let's say, because I still swim because of my personal uniqueness, not because of suit. But honestly say, before World Championship, I already thought that we're gonna see all this bunch of records for the 7 days, and I was not surprised with any of them. Sure. I was surprised just probably with the guy from Germany and Pilson's record on 200 back, because it was extremely extraordinary now. But most of the records did not impress me, and I'm telling you personally, 40 records for 7 days is kind of, I don't think that it's very attractive show.
So all things being equal now with the suits gone, do you feel like now you have an advantage?
Well, I don't think that I have advantage, but for me it doesn't matter suit or not suit, because if the suit would be approved for the next 3 years, I would just use different strategies in my training. I would gain some muscle, and I would work more on the second half, because the suit definitely gives you speed. Your speed is much higher. So I don't feel any advantages. I still think that you have to work a lot and work hard.
Okay.
And then we will see.
So then the suits being taken away, hasn't really weighed into your decision to keep training? Are you right now already thinking you're going to train all the way through?
Yes, actually I made this decision at the beginning of the season, but I didn't want to say definitely because who knows, you know, what would happen. And now I'm back on the track. I'm practicing twice a day, and I feel myself.
That's great. See, I was, you know, I'm a big fan, so I was kind of nervous that maybe all the drama with the suits might send a guy like you out, maybe disgusted over everything. That's good. That's great. So you're going to continue training. You're leaving Springfield now, going to Florida. Who are you going to be training with?
I'm moving to Florida, Orlando, to Fastlane Aquatics Club with head coach Ali Kurtasoy.
Okay.
And I think they have very good facility there, and I believe the environment, the domestic environment, will help me to work hard and have good results.
Yeah, and the sunshine obviously is going to help. Yeah, I mean,
beautiful outdoor pool, nice people around. Why not?
It's great. So you've just graduated with a finance degree?
Finance, yeah.
So have you got a job lined up? Are you set?
No, I mean, I'm satisfied with my results from the school. I mean, I have a good GPA, I got a lot of knowledge, and now I just want to try another shot in swimming because I understand that I have all my life to work in some company if I want, but I want to use my chance.
There you go. Well, I'm really glad that you're still at it, and you know, everything that's gone on in swimming in the last couple of years, you know, you're definitely one of the names I want to still see there in the next round. So, hey, I really appreciate the interview, and thank you for all you have to say about everything. I appreciate it.